actually a really good point, because I think one of the topics that I think, you're gonna be an expert on, or at least be able to share a lot of like your personal experience on, is like the decision that you made when chose to become, or at least start in the industry part time, versus, there's a lot of people who might be wondering, should I start as a full time agent and just quit my job right now, or should I keep my job and work on it, when I have the time to do so. So like, if you won't mind, just kind of walking us through like that decision in your mind, and how you were able to make that decision for yourself.
Yeah, so I definitely decided, that I just couldn't quit my job. I didn't have reserves, and a lot of people are probably the same in the same boat where it's like, like they're also living paycheck to paycheck, and also doing these things. So it's like, how do I realize this dream, and make this happen? Um, and what steps do you need to do that? So for me to be able to, really time blocking is the biggest thing that I've had to do, and yes, it is working, so I have, my 9 to 5, like I usually do. Um, and then I, have to set time. So I'll work for a half hour in the morning, doing the biggest things I need to get done first, for the things that are most important to get, for lead generation and everything. And then I work, 2 or 3 hours in the evening, um, and then I work also on the weekends, obviously, because, several people want to work on the, want to see houses on the weekends, and, and just getting out there and seeing other people, so being part of the community. I also work, probably 5 to 10 hours on the weekends. So it is a lot of work at first. But if you keep your eye on the prize, and that, what is my end goal, my why, you can get through, you can do it, you can get your body through that. So
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. Is that something that, like was that like a mindset shift for you? Sorry, I can't talk. But was that like a mindset shift for you as well, when you were getting started, versus where you are now, where you have a little bit of experience working part time? Is that in the beginning, did you ever have like doubts about whether or not you can make this work, working weekends and then making the sacrifices that you need to make now, so that you can have what you really want, a year, 2, 3, maybe even 5 years down the line?
right, oh, for sure. And I would say probably daily, like it was like a daily battle, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
of, all right, like I still got to make dinner, I got to do this and that, the next thing. So, you just figure out a way to get all of the things done, whether that means, okay, well, guess what, kids, you guys are cleaning up, not me. Like, everyone's got to pitch in, because, this is a family business. So, things like that, where it's like, or just being good about saying no, like,
Mhm.
and that's something for me is really hard, because I like to help people and please, I'm a people pleaser, at the end of the day. So it's like, I, thrive on that, I mean, that's
Mhm.
in my job description, account manager. So, so that's something that's really hard for me to just say, no, this isn't what my goal is, this isn't my why, or this isn't helping towards my why. So I just need to, maybe not right now, or maybe later, or maybe it's just a plain no, So I figured out, ways to, to get through that, and, how to combat that, for sure.
Yeah. And I love that you brought that up, is that it's not always about saying yes, right? So everybody thinks of, how to be successful, or how to kind of break out of that shell, and get to the next level, is, what opportunities do you have to jump on, or what opportunities that you have been fearful of taking, that, you're gonna jump on it now and say yes this time. But sometimes I think a lot of people don't think about like what they need to say no to, right? And I think that's the it's a lot, like it's a lot more important than people think, right? Saying
Right.
no, and then knowing when to say no, when you have, when you're in a place where you're transitioning, when you're building the life that you want to, building the business that you want to, because a lot of times we don't like to say no, because we're very comfortable with what we already have, right? There's something to lose, right? We're more concerned about what we lose than what there is to gain. So we don't like to say no, because this is the thing that we're very comfortable with. So kind of, is that something that you as well has, gone through, is just, breaking out of like the comfort zone that you were in the past, and then, now, being able to say no to things that you were saying yes in the past? Has that, almost made you more motivated, giving you more energy to go out there and be more successful.
Yeah, definitely. And also just being able to say no to people in
Mhm.
general, like and being okay with, you know, maybe disappointing someone, you know what I mean? Like just something that that's not in my character to do, So just picking and choosing, like, okay, like I know this is gonna disappoint that, so and so, but I'll make it up to them when we do this, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So, so just finding a good balance, of what, keeping your eye on what is important.